to MUSE On The Mic. I'm Riley.
And I'm Emily. Thank you for everybody joining us again on another awesome episode of MUSE On The Mic. So a bit of an introduction before we jump into today's spicy topic. Riley and I own a happy ending massage parlor in Toronto, Canada. And we have a podcast where we talk about all the tea, all the funny things, all the crazy things, legalities, gross stuff, funny stuff, you name it, we'll talk about it. So we are diving into a bit of a reaction and then a bit of internet tea, we'll call it. We are diving into Cornhub's top search terms, and we are starting with the summary of 2022. And the reaction we're going to be watching is with another podcast named ShxtsnGigs. That is one of my favorite podcasts on YouTube right now. And these guys play a game with their editors called Top 5, where they have to guess the top search terms from 2022 on Pornhub when the new year comes and they release their summary. And then after that, we're going to take a look at what 2023 had to deliver. And it gets a little weird, guys. So we're going to play along with the game. If you guys as viewers want to play too, grab a pen and you're about to pick your top 5 search terms and we'll see who wins. I love a good competition. Riley, are you ready?
Yeah, I've got mine. I feel like you're going to be much better at this than me, but I'm participating.
Probably not, though, because strangely, or maybe against popular belief, I don't actually like conventional porn. It reminds me of work.
I think you like more like amateur, right?
I love amateur stuff, and I love reading stories. I'd rather make things up in my own head, just because we see the whole thing every day, right? When you're in the XXX world all day, porn is like, turning on the news. It's the same to me. So yeah, I dive into the erotic stories a lot more. What do you search since I'm revealing everything?
Is this on YouTube or Patreon?
YouTube, go for it.
No. I'll save that for a Patreon episode.
Oh, damn you. Everybody, boo, Riley. But all the more reason to join the Patreon, right? So links in the description. Follow us on social media. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video and this channel on YouTube. Let's dive in to what James and Fuhad have to say, who are the hosts of ShxtsnGigs. Let's see what's going on.
It's now time. We've had collabs. We've had Rem not being here. He's here now.
Yeah.
There's no guessing.
No guess.
We're back to the OG squad, which means one thing. Top 5.
Let's go. It's been a big hiatus, but we're back. Ellis the Menace, please remind us of the scores, my dog.
So the score is 14-8-3.
14 to Jimmy, 8 to Rem, 3 to Ellis. Yeah, Ellis, we need to help you out, man.
Yes.
We do need to help you out, but I don't know if that's going to be this week, but we shall see. Because I feel like this one could be anyone's bag.
Okay.
It really could be anyone's bag.
Okay.
Top 5 of this week is, I want you guys to tell me the top 5 most searched categories of Pornhub.
Nice.
In 2022. I couldn't do 2023, obviously.
Okay.
The year's not over. It could be anyone's bag.
It could be, actually.
It could be anyone's bag.
Top 5 search categories.
Now I'm revisiting mine.
Obviously, as we always do top 5, I don't necessarily ask you for specific orders, and sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you can give me an order as well, if you get it in order, I'll also give you a bonus point.
Ain't no one getting an order.
If you get it in order,
order,
you not only need to give them a bonus point, but they need to get a life.
Yeah, they need to get help.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, you 3 are the ones answering, so you're
Yeah,
saying that to
I
yourselves.
almost don't want to get this in order because that's...
Yeah, I kind of don't want to get it right.
Yeah.
It makes me look fucking weird.
That's on you. I want to win.
I
want to win. I don't want to get chatted. That sounds like loser talk.
Not like this. I don't want to win like this.
I don't want to win like this. Oh, jokes.
Oh, God. I promise you this has no bearing on what I search.
You don't need to prove anything to me.
Yeah, you don't need to explain anything to us, bro. If it is what you search, it is what you search.
This is on you. Obviously, guys at home listening and watching, let us know what your thoughts, your answers are in the comments below.
What does Randy search in South Park?
Randy, when he, oh my God, when he does like,
It's in Brazilian fart porn.
he goes off on one another, bro.
Brazilian fart. Why Brazilian?
Yeah. Fuck knows, bro.
Fart porn. That's crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a kind of like a
category.
boring porn watcher. I'm not a categories kind of guy. I usually see what the homepage is telling me,
Fair.
and then sometimes, yeah, I've never searched through categories in my life.
No.
In your life.
Maybe
love the
Never gone
giggles.
through categories.
I mean, I have. I'm not even gonna.
Never such categories.
Category. Come on, bro.
Nah, dude.
Who
I've
doesn't
never
use
gone through
categories? I don't get it.
Alright.
Nah, I have specific taste. I know what I want. That's what the search bar's for. Yeah, I ain't not scrolling through categories. I know what I want. I know what I like.
Yeah, but if you know what you want, you can find that in a category now. So you search the
Yeah.
category. You see what I'm saying?
Well, the search bar's right there. It saves you the time.
They don't have categories for what I like. Joking.
They clearly spend a lot of
Joking.
time.
Okay.
Is he?
Okay. Cool. So I've gone for
Well, I'll
MILF.
go
Is this in order, or you just give me a 5?
It could be in order, yeah.
I wonder
So
how
is
many of
MILF
ours
1 or
are
is MILF 5?
MILF is 1.
Conf.
like that.
MILF is 1.
Amateur.
Amateur.
That's a shout.
That is a shout.
Amateur.
That is a shout.
Yeah.
Shout.
I've never watched
Don't
Amateur.
change yours
favorite.
now.
I have.
I have.
Same.
As I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got Latina.
Nice. My dog.
Say less, Ellis. Yeah. I'm locked in, bro. Tell me your categories, fam.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
Yeah.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah.
And then anal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rem.
Brother.
Again, question: is this 1 to 5 or is this a 5?
I might as well just attempt the 1 to 5.
Okay. The first one you give me is at 5 or 1.
It's gonna be same as Ellis.
So 1 to 5. Yeah.
1
Give
to
me 1 to 5.
5.
Say less.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Number 1. BDSM. Number 2, lesbian. Number 3, masturbate.
Masturbate.
Well, like solo.
Solo girl, yeah.
Damn.
Number 4, anal, and then 5, POV.
POV.
I did think of that.
Damn,
That's
you
a
man
good
have got
one.
good categories. I can tell you man stay in the categories.
Jimmy,
I've gone for,
is this again same question? 1 to 5?
yeah, it's just whatever. I'm never gonna get the order.
Okay.
I've gone for MILF.
That's a good one, you know.
I've gone stepmom.
Fuck.
Say less.
Yeah. Then I went interracial.
IR. Yeah. I'm not writing interracial, bro. It's IR, isn't it? It is IR.
Stay on board.
I'm not writing. I'm not writing interracial.
Man said IR.
IR.
You said it so quick.
IR, facts. I'm not typing interracial or writing interracial rather. IR. Next.
And then I went hentai.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then finished on anal with the boys.
Number 5.
The boys like anal.
None of you wrote
Jeez.
down. Hazard a guess what you think is. None of you wrote this down. Just a guess.
Flipping
What's missing?
3,
blacked.
2,
Granny.
1.
Oh no.
Transgender.
Do you know
Fair
what?
play. It did cross my mind.
It crossed my mind.
Transgender.
Big
That's
trend.
up.
Number 5, bro.
Fair play.
Wow.
Number 4.
Okay, wait. Pause
None
here.
of you wrote.
Oh, say.
I didn't realize they jumped into reading what the results were yet. I was laughing at IR. Let's read off what we chose as our guesses for the top 5 of 2022. Do you want to go first, Ryan?
Okay. I'm not in any particular order though.
Same.
Lesbian,
All right.
MILF,
Yeah.
anal,
You too, eh?
amateur,
Mm.
and threesome.
And threesome. Check you. That's some nice variety. All righty. I love that everyone but me picked anal.
Really?
I'm slacking, clearly.
It's
Okay,
certainly-
mine were not in any order either. I put interracial. I put big dick.
Yeah.
Lesbian, It's not even a personal taste thing. I just think a lot of people like to watch things stretch. Lesbian, MILF, and then I couldn't think of the names of all the other ones. I just put cartoon because I was like, what's the one where you draw the pictures? So I guess it's the hentai. But let's keep going because none of us had trans.
For fuck's sake.
Guess? Anyone? Or just go for it?
Just go for it.
Threesome.
Hey, right.
Classic.
Good
That's
job.
classic.
Pat on the
Number
back.
3. None of you wrote. Mature.
Okay.
Mature.
Mature.
Yeah.
I've delved.
What's that like?
I've dealt.
That's 40 or something.
Yep, that's exactly what it is,
I
my
think that
guy.
makes sense.
It's the matures. Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, my guy.
Number 2. MILF.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Yay!
Number 2. MILF.
This might be Ellis's dub.
Number 1.
Oh, Rem's gonna claw back in.
Number 1. 2 of you wrote this.
Ellis has got the dub.
Yeah.
2 of you wrote
I
this.
didn't write it. They wrote it, and Ellis got the dub.
Number 1 is lesbian.
Lesbian.
Oh.
Mad.
Yay!
Ellis
I don't feel great about that one.
We found it.
We found his niche.
Yes.
We found his niche, guys.
Gaming and porn.
Yeah,
Let's
boy.
go.
Come
What
on.
is that? That's 4 now, Ellis.
That's 4.
Let's go.
Yay, well played.
I'm not proud of that one.
Yeah.
I'm
The
not proud
master
of
of
it.
the porn
Take the
hub.
dub, fam.
I'm not proud of that one.
Ellis the menace.
Master of the
Listen,
porn.
Now means something else.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Well played. Well played. Well played. That was interesting.
How many did you get from that list?
That I got right?
Yeah.
Lesbian. I
got
guess
3.
MILF could fall in the mature category, but not really. You're a star. I love that you got so many. Yeah, you did.
I'm
You got 3
shocked.
because I wrote yours down.
I know. I was really hoping MILF would count for mature, but I'll take the loss.
You know, I think a lot of them make sense, right? If you think about societal changes, trends, that kind of stuff. I mean, boomers are a big population, right? And they are all of a certain age now, and they've all learned technology. So I'm sure browsing Pornhub as a boomer must be wild. But it makes sense why. Yeah, I bet the men are in the barely legal category, and the women are probably in the mature thing. It's just a vibe. But I think also younger generations, we've got kind of a weird trend happening with younger men right now. It's kind of a range from the quote unquote high value man trend, which has kind of been made toxic because now men think that they're so high value they can cheat and have a plethora of as many women as they want, and I'm the valuable prize, so y'all can just be happy with the breadcrumbs I give you, all the way through to the Andrew Tates and the toxic masculinity, and then all the way down to the incel category. We've got this whole range now. And I just have a feeling if you're striking out with girls your age, it might be a lot more interesting to watch MILF porn because there's still that taboo, your friend's mom or your teacher or some power balance issue where you might think you'll have a little bit better shot with the neighbor lady because you always watch her when she's outside doing yoga or just things that would trigger that kind of fantasy. I'm not surprised about the anal thing. I'm definitely not surprised about the lesbian porn. I know most women in general like lesbian porn too.
I think anal and lesbian are just gonna be on the list for years to come.
For good. Yeah, I agree with that too. And I'm not surprised at the trans thing. I mean, I feel aren't societal taboos just so telling on people in a way? And the more you try to freak out about something, you're probably guilty of enjoying it yourself. And so you could be at all the marches in Florida trying to ban the drag shows and freaking out about trans this and trans that. And then secretly, that's what your Pornhub algorithm looks like.
Yeah.
I see it on Twitter. I see it all over the place. Even Twitter's a good example because you can put hardcore porn on there. And it has nothing to do with algorithm. Elon Musk has screwed up an algorithm there. You just get what he gives you. And so, yeah, I'm shocked sometimes at how much trans porn is just in my feed alone. So I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised whatsoever. We've gotten inquiries from clients if we have trans attendants and things like that too recently. I just think it's a trend, and I think people are fascinated and curious about what they don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's why most of these categories are on that list. It makes
Yep, I
makes
agree.
sense to me, right? And I think people sometimes like to watch things that they wouldn't necessarily try in real life.
Yeah.
Like what you like in sex can be totally different than what you like in porn.
Mhm.
That's my
I agree.
guess. I'm curious how these trends have changed for 2023.
I know I keep glancing at the list.
I'm just pulling it up now so I can take a peek, but yeah, I mean it's pretty, it's pretty on point with exactly what we're talking about here. Do you want to read through maybe the top 10, and then
Sure.
we can kind of chat about them?
What is this? Top 20 here we're looking at. Starting with,
A
is
lot.
this in order?
That's a good question.
Oh, it is.
No,
It is.
is it?
Yeah, well, look at the bar scale to the right.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Good call.
Okay.
Duh.
So number one is hentai.
The cartoon thing. It's a thing. You know what? I think that gives the whole incel community or something like that all the like creative like freedom in the world.
Right.
A whole lot of hope because you can't get rejected. It's impossible to be rejected in that category. And you can draw things however you want. I mean, think of like even old school kind of sexualized cartoons. You're talking Betty Boop, you're talking Jessica Rabbit. Everything's always like over proportioned, under proportioned. I know a lot of hentai stuff can be like that versus accurate, right? So you can customize to your likes and dislikes till the cows come home.
Mhm.
And it's kind of unlimited too, because it's not like you need production studios or run out of ideas or willing participants. It's literally just at the stroke of a pen and a good computer. I think that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. No human connection there too.
Next is MILF.
Yep.
Again, I
Totally
think that
makes
one's
sense.
gonna be around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by lesbian. Totally got it.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. That seems like it's kind of a steady staple.
And I think for both men and women, right? Like highly searched
Mhm.
amongst women and of course amongst men. And
Yeah.
then Japanese, which I wonder if it's visually like them looking at the Japanese woman, or if it's more tied into like the submissiveness of like the geisha and that kind of woman.
I guess it depends how far into the cultural aspects it goes. That's a very interesting thought. I don't search Japanese porn myself, so I'm not sure. But like I'm not surprised by the Asian twist to it. Especially because these are American results. So it makes sense if we're talking the whole cartoon trends, right? Anime, hentai, that's all like Asian cartoon.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense why Japanese would be in there. Definitely the subservient, submissive aspect to many parts of their culture, especially for the women. All that brings up in my head though is a Joe Coy clip where he imitates Japanese porn, and it's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen because he does like the high pitched voice for the women that are like, and the men always have like these deep, burly, like raw kind of voices, and so the contrast of like harder and like he acts it out. It's really funny, but it makes sense to me as why that's kind of moving its way up the list. I guess that's my assumption.
Well, followed by Pinay, which we had to Google.
Right.
Pinay is, what was it, Vietnamese or Filipino?
Filipino, which I think is still along that same trend line. I don't want to overguess. I don't know if there's a particularness there between the distinction of Japanese and Filipino beyond geography and culture. I don't know if that's a separation. I'm curious now. I'd have to do a little searching when we're done.
Next is anal.
Of course. Everybody loves a good time there.
Asian, then Latina. So again, bouncing off culture.
The cultures for sure. Makes sense.
Big ass.
I mean, that makes sense. That's just cultural trends like in society nowadays for pop culture.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Stepmom.
Stepmom. That's one that has layers for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some sort of rule or like regulation on why it has to always be stepmom. I'm sure you can't make mom
Right.
porn. And I'm secretly convinced that somewhere in maybe not every man, but in a lot of men, there is a sexualization of their own mother. And I'm sure fantasies go strange directions that we don't know about. But as soon as you put step in front of it, you don't get blocked on the internet.
More acceptable. Yeah.
I'm sure it's easier because there's no way everyone has a hot stepmom. Some stepmoms are
Right.
terrible, right? So, yeah, I don't know. That's my guy. It dabbles on legal lines.
Next is anime.
Okay, there we go again.
No
The
surprise.
cartoons. Yeah.
Again, another staple that I don't think will leave the list is threesome.
Yes, everybody's big fantasies.
That was a time. And
Yeah.
Ebony is next.
And more with the cultural mix and match. I wish I could. I wish they'd give us more. I mean, I'm sure I could dig through their results because they give a lot of results, Pornhub. But I'd love to see who's voting and like the cultural and age separation of
Right.
more people over 50 are doing this, and more Caucasian people are searching this, and more people of color are searching this, because I'd be very curious to see the crossovers. I'd be very curious to see what middle-aged white men are watching more than anything, and I bet it's 100% contrast to their political stance.
Really?
I'll leave it at that. But I'm positive that the things you scream about and hate about the most are probably the things you fetishize the
Right.
most too. So that's my guess. I haven't dove into
Well,
those statistics.
I don't know what number we're at here, but we're about the middle of the list, and it's massage. So
Yay!
sure. We
I
made the
love that we're
list.
on the list. Excuse me. I find that so fascinating because guaranteed it's not like RMT porn, right? Because like a registered massage therapist, you're going for like your regular like medical treatment style massage. I mean, I think every guy secretly hopes that their RMT will tickle their balls and end up giving them a hand job and be the one special client, right? We know all about that, the hunter. Like the hunt is part of the thrill, I should say. But at the same time, like you're not really doing massage once you get into the sex acts itself. It's just porn that is started on a massage table or something. But when I think about Nuru, which is with the like gooey jelly and people are slippy sliding on like a blow up mattress, which is huge in some Asian cultures, they definitely get into the full service. I know when I chat with our staff sometimes about like, are there any videos I should watch that have some good ideas or something? I'm like, you absolutely can watch Nuru porn. Just be aware that about a third of the way in, we don't do that. We don't do that part anymore. But I'm sure you get lots of cool ideas up until the penetration point. And it's true. There's very creative body sides and all kinds of really cool positioning and ways of using the jelly and all kinds of different things. It's like a whole different world to see Nuru. But is it really just someone getting a massage and then some girl giving a hand job? I doubt it. I have a feeling it's more like the overdone play out of the scene, like the pizza boy shows up or the plumber comes to help, like those cheesy things.
Yeah.
So it's like this massage and the therapist isn't supposed to touch and he goes, oops.
Right.
And like this whole like cheesiness to it. I don't know. It's got to be something between there and Nuru. Somewhere in there is where this category is coming from, because I doubt anyone's watching 25 minutes of massage and then some girl just like jackhammering a penis. There's no way. There's no way that's really a thing. So I don't know. I'm curious about that one, but I love that we're like in the categories.
We're on the list,
I think that's super cool.
And that's about halfway through the list. So what's to follow is cream pie, big tits, gangbang, BBC, which I had to ask Emily earlier, what did that mean? Blowjob, public, femboy, POV, amateur, cosplay, trans, Indian, Korean, Black, animation, and mature. So that wraps up the 2023 list.
Just a big jump across the globe with that list, eh? It's just fascinating in general. We've got like a good 8 something categories that are of ethnicity specific. We've got a couple that are like along the trans theme with the femboys and stuff too. We've got mature a few times on here. And then the cartoon stuff. It's just interesting to see how things trend. I mean, I remember finding porn for the first time. It's when we were kids, right? So like you go to the convenience store and there's like wrapped plastic magazines at the top of the magazine rack way at the back, or a little video section way at the back of the video store that had a curtain that said 18 plus only. And you buy like the little VHSs, and I feel like 90% of these categories were not even an option.
No.
Right?
I remember porn even being scrambled on my TV.
Yeah.
But I still try to watch it.
Still trying to watch it. And then on the weekends, you'd see the baby blue movies, which were like the softcore porn that was allowed on TV after midnight. And none of these trends were in there. Nobody was talking about their stepmom. No one had like a specific section of the video store that was like blowjob specific, or, you know, just moms or something.
Yeah.
Like the way the internet has transformed just the porn industry is so fascinating to me. But I absolutely love the nod to amateur and POV on here. I think POV is such an interesting category too. Yeah. I mean, it is so much of social media in general nowadays, that like most things we prefer to see a chef cook from his point of view. We prefer to see, like, you know, whether it's bloopers or a Karen or something. Like I want to see this, right, where the person is, see what's happening like in the moment. So not that women can't POV their porn, but guys have like, what a life. Y'all just get to see things. You could be in the moment. That's not fair.
I love that.
Long gone are like ceiling mirrors and shit like that are interesting. You want to see it, and then watch it again later. So hot. People are so fun. But like between like the sticks or a GoPro, like you could do some serious POV porn.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
Well, I thought that was a fun episode.
That was fun, right?
We got to revisit this.
What people like. Yeah, we could check on next year and see what's changed, what's trending. And I think how it matches up to pop culture is super interesting too, because I think it makes sense. I feel like this could almost be a bit more of a prediction of where more public discussion is going, because I feel like it might start in secret and then end up more acceptable in real life, as opposed to vice versa. I just have a hunch there. So super interesting. To all the people, y'all are interesting. I want to know so much more. Like, what are the subcategories under each of these categories? Because that's when you get into the thick of like people's real dirty. I love that kind of shit. Well, guys, I'm curious in the comments. Let us know how you did on your guesses in the top 5. Did you beat Riley and I? Riley clearly won the day. You and Ellis won. Yay! Super proud of you. And clearly I need to update my porn searches a little bit on Pornhub. I'm kind of a slacker. But if any of y'all find any erotic stories that you like, send them my way too, because I like those. All right, guys, thank you for joining in for this awesome episode. Make sure you join the Patreon to hear even more juicy things, including Riley's confessions. Find us in social media. You can all find those links below in the caption as well. And we will see you on the next episode of Muse on the Mic. Bye, everybody.